on statistical analysis with Excel, featuring the expertise of our esteemed session leader, Dr. Chanchla Jain. This event has been thoughtfully organized by the Research Foundation of India and RFI-CARE in collaboration with Shodh Malwa, Parul University, Gujarat, Eklavya University, JHERF, ARGA, and Edu Academic Inc. Now, let me introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Chanchla Jain, ma'am. Dr. Jain is a respected author, research expert, and academician with over 11 years of experience in the fields of management and commerce as an assistant professor. She is the co founder of Urja Counseling and Training based in Indore and currently serves as assistant professor at the Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Indore. Dr. Jain has chaired and co chaired several prestigious conferences, bringing her wealth of experience and insights to the forefront. With over 14 years of research expertise, she has published more than 45 research papers in various Scopus indexed national and international journals. We are truly honored to have ma'am with us today to guide us through this engaging session. With that, I invite our esteemed speaker to share her knowledge and insights. Ma'am, may we please hear from you?
Thank you so much, Asmi, ma'am. I hope I'm audible clearly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So, a very good evening, everyone present over here. Asmi, once again, thank you for introducing me with the lovely introduction with the participants. At onset, I'll extend my sincere gratitude to the RFI for one more time organizing this FDP, 5-day FDP on the statistical analysis using Excel. In this FDP, I think module, everything is already known to every one of you. Today is the day one where I'm talking about the use of Excel in the descriptive statistics. And if it will, time will permit us, we will also talk about how we can use Excel for the chi-square test. The sheet which I'm going to use today, I've already shared in the WhatsApp group, right? So I hope I can start the session, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So, friends, before proceeding, I'm talking about the use of Excel in the analysis part. I would need to ask you a few questions. If any one of you can answer, that will be great for us, and that way we can proceed further. So, my question is, can any one of you tell me that what do you mean when I talk about data analysis? What data analysis generally does for us, or what type of steps we need to perform in the data analysis?
Madam, first we have to analyze. If we have to analyze, we have to arrange the data, and then we have to run the test. According to the arrangement, the test will ask the data, and the software will give the formula. We have to put the data, and then the output will come.
Okay, fine. Okay, so, I think, may I know the name who was talking to me?
Ma'am, Mayank. My name is Mayank.
Mayank sir. Thank you so much, Mayank sir, for your insights. Anyone else who can tell me? Okay. Okay, I'm expecting an answer. Anyone? Please be interactive. This is an online session. Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
This is Monalisha Kaur.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Data analysis especially involves various techniques and tools to extract insights from data, actually. Especially JET test, t-test, etc., ANOVA test. So such kind of tests are required to analyze the data.
Yes. Yes, Monalisha, ma'am, I think good attempt. You have said very correctly. So if no one is interested, I think many of you may be interested in listening. So maybe I can add on now. So when I say data analysis means generally we are having the data. Data can come from various sources. Sources can be like secondary and primary, depending upon our research area, right? So accordingly, we can avail the data. After availing the data, we need to do certain kind of processing on the data. We need to make the data ready for the analysis purpose, right? So in this process, you need to see so many things. You need to find where means whether your means you need to do a kind of cleaning on your data. So you need to find whether there are any missing values or any missing values available in your data. You need to check the outliers in the data. So these are the few types of pre-processing we need to do before going for the processing of for going for the analysis purpose, right? So that way, and data analysis starts from the cleaning of the data, right? After cleaning your data, you need to code. Sometimes it happens, means those who are in the research field, or maybe some of you can be new also. I'm not knowing every one of you, right? So might be possible that when you people are collecting the data, you are making your what I can say questionnaire in the form of Likert scale. Maybe you're giving 5 options or sometimes 3, 4 options. So we need to know this thing when we talk about the statistics. Statistics, what I can say is having one limitation. The limitation is that it cannot deal with the qualitative data. So generally we are asking the statement that I like statistics is my first statement, and you are giving option agree, disagree, or neutral, or strongly agree, strongly disagree kind of thing. So that way, this is a kind of qualitative responses we are collecting from the respondents. So for performing the analysis on such kind of data, you need to code your data. So we are generally doing the coding of the data. So coding also we need to do. After that, we will proceed further and we'll talk about the descriptive statistics, because now we need to get more insights. As Monalisha ma'am said, we need to get the insights from the data. So whenever we want to get the insights, we need to see this thing, that what kind of descriptive statistics we can perform on the data, right? So there, what I can say, there comes the role of descriptive statistics in these statistics. So that is a preliminary stage or the step which we are performing on the data. After that, further we are deciding now which kind of a statistical test we need to perform on the data after understanding our data using the descriptive statistics, right? So I think this is a very simple thing which I have explained to you. I think Sarnishtha ma'am has raised the hand. Ma'am, any question you want to ask?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I am from Tripura. Ma'am, I have done my PhD in 2017. That time, Excel sheet we are using for coding and all. But, ma'am, like coding, if you can explain like what are the formats we can use for coding and all, that then we will be helpful. Like it will be helpful for me, because for last time is for long time I have not started again. So can you just explain what type of things we can code, or what are the criteria we can code of coding we can do?
Okay. So Mr. Ma'am, I think although this is not the part of this FDP, but still after making you clear about the conceptual aspect of today's topic, I'll try to incorporate that thing and we'll let you know that how we can go for the coding, right?
Oh, okay. It's just small idea. If you give, then it will be helpful.
We'll
Okay,
do that. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Fine. So now I think I'm going to share my screen with all of you, and now we'll talk about firstly the basic terminology before going for the descriptive statistics, right? Okay, so I think I've shared my screen. Anyone who can confirm me whether the screen is visible or not?
Yeah, it's visible. We can see your screen.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes.
So I'll start with the term variable. Anyone who can give me any idea about variable? That what do you understand by term variable?
Variable is the term given to any attribute which is subjected to change, and with respect to what we are going to study. We're going to carry out a study basis the variable, which is going to change with respect to other attributes.
Yes, yes. I think, may I know the name who was talking?
Yeah, this is Kapila.
Kapila ma'am. Very correct. Thank you, Kapila ma'am. Anyone else who want to tell me what you mean by variable?
Yes, ma'am. Variable means some value. So whenever we are going to manipulate that data, that is particular value. I think this is data analysis. So as per my concept is that variable is nothing but a value which can be changed.
Yes. Yes.
That's all from my side.
Yeah. Thank you. It's Mandrita, right?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mandrita, ma'am. So I think ma'am said, ma'am has also said what is variable according to her understanding. I think both the female participants or for both the female faculty members, maybe I don't know the faculty members or not, but I think both the ladies are correct here. Both have said correctly. When we talk about variable, variable is nothing but it is any entity or it is any characteristics, right? When we talk about variable in terms of research, we are generally calling it as a characteristics, right? So variable is any entity which changes, right? Or which varies is a variable, right? So the very simple term you can say which varies or which changes is the variable. So according to object to object, according to person, these variables changes. These can accept any value according to a entity. If entity changes, the variable value will also change, right? This is known as variable. Generally, in research, we are talking about variables only. Whenever we talk about the statistical analysis, we are only talking about the variables. Which type of variable you are having, according to the type of variable, which kind of test we can perform. So that is why the very simple term when we talk about the statistical analysis, we need to understand the term variable. Second comes the types of variable. Anyone?
Ma'am, independent variable, dependent variable, and also, sir, ma'am, mediator and moderator variables.
Okay, fine. Anyone else?
Ma'am, according to computer science, I can say that there are various kinds of variables are there. Maybe it is a textual variable, maybe some alphanumeric values, maybe some numeric values. So we are also considering these types as a variables also.
Yeah, correct. Anyone else? Okay. Some of the types I have written. One or other way, these variables are maybe similar also, we can say, right? So usually when we say types of variable, as one of you said, it's dependent, independent kind of variable, we can say. Generally, qualitative and quantitative also can be a type of variable. Mediator and moderator also has come from you, right? Numerical and categorical also can be a type of variable, right? So I'll start with the qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative variables means the variables which cannot be expressed in the form of numbers are qualitative variables, right? So example is gender, marital status, hair color, likewise, right? Nationality. Quantitative variables which can be expressed in the form of numbers like salary, height, income, age, etc. These are the quantitative variables which you can easily express in the form of numbers, right? Next comes numerical variable or numeric variable. I think numeric is much best. Etc. Right? Next is the numeric variable and the categorical variable. Numeric meaning is again which can express in the form of numbers are numeric variables. So the same example you can quote here also. Categorical variable is again a qualitative variable which can express in the form of quality or which can be expressed in the form of categories, right? So if I say gender, so gender can have categories like male category and female category. Marital status. So depending which kind of marital status you are including, whether you're only including that person is married, unmarried, maybe some people are writing the person is divorcee, widow, etc. So that way you can express the marital status of the person. Similarly, hair color can be, there are various hair colors, right? Brown, black, gray, etc. So that way you can say this is a categorical variable. So categorical and qualitative is almost similar to numeric and categorical variable, right? talking about independent variable. Independent variable meaning is which is independent in nature and cannot, or this variable is not depending upon the value of any other variable, is independent, right? But when we talk about dependent variable is always depending upon some other variable. So its value varies according to the value of the independent variable, right? For example, if I'm saying the sales and the advertisement. So sales and advertisement are the two variables. In these two variables, if I'm asking which is independent, which is dependent, so I think anyone can easily tell me which is the independent and which is the dependent in the two variables, sales and advertisement. Anyone? Anyone?
Ma'am, independent variable means it will not be actually dependent on any other reason. Like for example, like smoking cause cancers. Now cancer is independent variable. It can be caused by anything else. Whereas when we call smoking and relate with the cause, so smoking is now dependent with the cancer. Like
Correct.
Like this way.
Correct, sir. Mr. Hamam said correctly. I think same thing I said when I talk about the independent and dependent. So dependent variable is always depending on the value of some other variable, but independent variables are always independent, which is not depending on the any other variable, right? So I have taken the example of sales and expenditure or expenses, right? So advertisement expenses. So in these two variables, I think we can easily say this thing that sales is depending upon the advertisement expenditure, right? So companies are investing heavily in the advertisement so that they can increase the sales of the company, right? So this way we can say sales is the dependent variable and independent variable is advertisement expenditure. Is it okay? Is it fine, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Next is the mediator and moderator, right? So mediator variable means where you're talking about the via relationship. When you're having independent and dependent variable, and in the middle of these two, there will be any extra variable or other variable will be available, which is mediating, which is playing the role of mediator, means which is playing the role of, generally we call it intermediate. This is the intermediary, or this is intermediator of between the two people, right? So similarly, the relationship between the independent and dependent is mediated by the, or it is via mediator variable. So if you are saying the salary is depending upon the age of the people or the experience of the people, so maybe gender is playing the role of the mediator, or maybe the designation is playing the role of the mediator. Getting? Moderator meaning is which is moderating, which is not actually you are considering in your study, but which will somehow, what I can say, control the relationship between independent and dependent variable. That is moderator variable. Generally, moderator variables are categorical in nature, right? Mediator can be even numeric also. So this way, this can be the classification of the types of variables. After
Hello,
this,
ma'am. Hello,
yeah.
ma'am. Ma'am, if you do not mind, can you explain the moderator variable again, citing one example?
Okay, as I said, moderator meaning is, ma'am, for example, if I want to see the impact of work X on the salary of the employee, right? So whether the work X is playing any role in deciding the salary of the employee or not. So we cannot eliminate gender from the employees, right? We know that particular person will be a male or the female person, right? So somewhere the moderator variable will be your gender, which is somehow what I can say controlling the relationship between these two variables. So the moderator variable generally are categorical in nature.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, excuse me. What is the difference between mediator and moderator?
Mediator will be present in your study. So you can eliminate also from your study, but moderator you cannot eliminate. Maybe you're not considering, but that will be available in your study. So as I said, gender, so when I talk about employee, so employee can be a male or he or she can be a female also, right? So if it is he, it is male. If it is he, she, it is female. So you cannot eliminate that gender from the employee. So moderator variable is somehow, because we know generally male people are drawing. I'm not saying this thing, I'm not biased or something, but generally this is a normal observation. Generally in the male employees, it proves male and female are on the same position. So male are getting more salary in comparison to the female. So somewhere the gender is playing the role in that. So
And the mediator is like something which we can vary, which we can
which is
remove.
present, and means there will be no direct relationship between independent and dependent. It will be via your mediator value.
And we can remove it also.
Means remove. It is like, sir, totally depending upon your conceptual framework. Which type of conceptual framework you are proposing? So in your conceptual framework, you are introducing mediator variable. That means it is like means what I can say. It is like totally depending upon your study framework. Accordingly, that whatever conceptual framework you are proposing, so that mediator variable, if you are introducing in your study, so that way you are saying that there is no direct relationship between independent and dependent. It is via your mediator variable.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes.
this is Pooja here. Ma'am, if I want to put an example in this, is it okay if I take this as an example? Let's say we are having an examination point of view, where as a moderator we are putting the marks, we are the moderators, we are considering ourselves in that, okay? And mediator, someone who is calling us, someone who is not there within the screen, but he is a connecting point within the paper and the paper setters. Is it like that?
No, I think I'm not getting you properly. Will you please repeat? Means I'm not getting the
Okay.
context.
Okay, in the examination point of view, ma'am.
Point of view, right?
Sorry, come again, ma'am.
It is from the point of view of examination paper.
Yes, setting a paper by an examinator. The paper who is setting, let's say two people are setting the papers, and these people are directly either a moderator or a paper checker. One. They would be coming under moderator. Is it like that? And mediator is someone who is connecting these people. Let's say a registrar. Let's say a registrar is a mediator who is connecting this paper setters, both the setters. And we may include or we may not include him in this particular scenario, in the mediator part.
I think you are not understanding, maybe, or you are not taking that way, but that the way I am explaining you, ma'am. It is like you means I am not saying it is any person or something. You cannot. I think, according to me, I'm not knowing how many of you are good with this mediator and moderator, but according to me, I think this is not a correct example. I'm only saying you when I say, for example, the mediator variable. So mediator variable is a variable which can explain you that how and why independent and dependent variables are related to each other. And moderator variable will somehow control the relationship between the independent and dependent variables, that how strongly two variables are related to each other. So the strength of that relationship will be what I can tell or told by the moderator variable.
Is it
Okay,
is it now Chanchala ma'am, can we
Yeah.
also say it like mediator is a type of variable which is directly influencing the data and the analysis of it? Of course, it's going to affect it, and we are consciously making it a part of the study.
Yes.
We are studying it. Whereas moderator, we know it affects the data, but we are not involving it as a
Yes, this is what.
Yeah, we are not involving it as a part of our study.
Not necessary always. Means it is like it will be present, but it's not like we are always considering it.
Yeah, that is what we are not. If we are not considering it, becomes a moderator, and if we are considering it, automatically becomes a mediator.
Say, for example, this, right? Is it? This is mediator. This first circle is your independent variable, last circle is your dependent variable, and this is your mediator, right? Similarly, This is moderator. Getting? The first diagram is the mediator. This is the means it is mediating between the two variables relationship. And it is moderator, means two variables are directly independent are directly, means this independent is affecting your dependent variable, but somehow the strength of the relationship is controlled by your moderator variable. Is it clear to everyone? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope it is clear, right? So it is, as ma'am said, it is you are making the moderator variable the part of your study. Means moderator you cannot eliminate, but if you are considering, so means suppose you are getting the low relationship between these two variables, that it is possible somehow there is a third variable which is controlling the relationship between these two variables. Clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is moderator and this is mediator. So I think it is okay. Shall I proceed? Okay, I hope you people are listening to me. Fine. Actually, when I'm sharing my screen, so I cannot see your expressions through whatever emojis you are showing me. So that is why I need to ask again. No issues. Moving ahead. After this, question comes, how we can measure the variable? Anyone who can tell me how we can measure the variable when I talk about the research?
Ma'am, we can go for survey method, directly patient reported or self-observed, self-reported, examination basis, direct data or secondary data also we can check.
Okay, fine. Anyone else?
Ma'am, through questionnaires, interviews.
Yes, that can be the one way. Okay. I think anyone else who wants to say something? No?
We can use various scales
Yes.
depending upon the topics.
Yes, this is the answer. We can use the various scales, right? Depending which kind of variable we want to measure, right? Very correct. Thank you, ma'am. Moving ahead, talking about after deciding that these will be the variables of my study. Next question comes, how you can measure them, right? So now to measure the various variables, we are having these scales. Usually in the real world or in the real life, if we are going in a market to buy generally kitchen items, if I'm going kitchen items, meaning is if I want to buy the pulses or maybe the rice, something, or milk or water or something like. So we know there are defined units or yardsticks available. Using that we can measure such kind of things. So we can ask shopkeeper to measure such things for us, right? When I talk about the research, so we need to understand we are generally talking about the variables. I'm giving the examples because I am from the management field, right? From your field, you can take your examples also. So for example, if I want to measure, means the variable name which I'm taking, I think everyone will relate with them because we all are the consumers, right? We are consuming so many things. So accordingly, that generally when I talk about from the marketing point of view, so generally companies are interested in understanding the behavior of the consumers, and also they want to understand that what are the perceptions of their consumers or customers. So variables like behavior, perceptions, attitude, maybe the loyalty, satisfaction, similarly job satisfaction can be. So these are some of the or some kind of variables which we are talking about in the research. You need to understand that how you can measure them. There is no direct scales or maybe the yardstick, I must say. The no instrument is available. Using that we can measure such kind of variables, right? So we need to take the help of the developed skills in the research. Generally, we can say, I think once we will go and talk about that. Apart from that, we generally classify that there is a name comes measurement skills in statistics. I hope you have heard about this. Anyone who has heard? Anyone?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So generally, when we are dealing with the latent variable means the hidden variable. So it is again a one more kind of variable in statistics, right? So when you want to measure the latent variable, the hidden variable, the construct kind of thing, generally you need to use the measurement scales, right? These measurement scales are having, we can divide measurement scales into the 4 categories named as nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio, right? So I hope you people have heard about these names. Yes, I hope.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Fine. So if you have heard, it is good. So when I talk about the first scale, which is the nominal scale. So when you say nominal scale we are using for the purpose of categorization, right? This is the very first scale and this is very basic scale. This scale we are using to categorize our data, right? So the purpose is categorization or identification, right? For example, as one of you said, we are generally collecting the data through the questionnaire, or maybe we are going for the interview and survey kind of things, right? So generally we ask, what's your name? What is your gender? Or when you're providing questionnaire and you're not meeting your respondent, so you are asking the gender also, because gender generally is playing a very important role when you are analyzing any hypothesis, right? So in many of the hypotheses, generally we are taking one variable as a gender variable, right? So generally this kind of variables we are asking. So this variable can help you to categorize your respondents. So suppose I'm asking the gender of the person or the people or the respondents, so that way I can say these number of respondents are male, these number of respondents are female, right? So that way you can categorize your respondents on the basis of their gender. Similarly, on the basis of your marital status variable also, you can categorize how many of them are married, unmarried, maybe single, you can call them. Then how many of them are divorcee, and likewise. So that way you can say these kind of variables can only providing you the base to categorize your data. So some examples I have given. Further, next is the ordinal scale. Ordinal scale is having the features of the previous scale, which is nominal, and it is having its own feature, that is rank order. Means it can categorize also, and apart from that, you can arrange those categories into the particular order, right? If suppose I'm saying, I suppose we are asking the person to rate any particular thing, right? So you can say this thing, rating meaning is you can arrange them in ascending and descending order, right? Similarly, if you are asking about suppose you're asking that whether you belong to a young people category or the middle-aged people, you are a middle-aged people, or you belong to the old age category or something like that. So on the basis of category, you can say these are the middle-aged people, these are the young people, these are the old-aged people. So categorization is there. Apart from that, when you consider this, because this categorization is on the basis of the age, so you can say you can arrange these categories into the ascending or descending order. In ascending order, you can call young, middle-aged, and the old people. In the descending order, you can call old people, middle-aged people, and the young people. So that way, this is known as the ordinal scale, where there is the importance of rank order. Apart from that, next scale comes named as interval scale. So this scale will be having the features of its previous 2 scales. That is, categorization is possible, rank ordering is also possible, and apart from that, there will be the equal distance. Equal distance meaning is whatever categories you are making, in those categories the distance will be equal, right? So for example, if always I'm giving the example of temperature when we talk about the interval scale. So temperature scale, I think we all know temperature scale, thermometer and everything we have seen at our homes also, and at the place of doctor also we have seen the thermometers, right? So generally these are apparatus we are using for measuring the temperature of a body of a person. But when we talk about the temperature scales, so you know this thing in when I talk about thermometer, so it is like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 like that. So the distance is equal, right? So categorization is also possible. Suppose body temperature you are taking, so on the basis of body temperature of the people you can divide them. That what are the usual body temperature of the people, so that you can arrange them. And apart from that, there is a ranking is also possible. Categorization is done, ranking is possible, and then you can say there is an equal distance also, right? But the drawback of the interval scale, or what I can say, the lacking of the interval scale is that interval scales are lacking with the actual zero, right? So when we say temperature scales, when these scales were developed previously, so the scientist has assumed this thing that this is the arbitrary point where they have kept the zero, right? That means when we say interval scale variable, so this scale, whatever the things you are measuring, the total absenteeism of that particular thing will not be there, right? As you say, when you are saying temperature is 0, so we know this thing 0 degree meaning is that one of the characteristics of the temperature still you can feel at the 0 degree. When you are saying salary is 0, salary is actually 0. But when you are saying temperature is 0, so one of the characteristics we can feel there. So that is, it is not actual 0, it's arbitrary 0, right? So whatever characteristics you want to measure, the total absenteeism of that characteristics will not be there when you are talking about the interval scale. Last scale is the ratio scale, which is overcoming this drawback, and this scale will having the features of the previous scales, and it will having the actual 0, right? So this way, example can be like salary, height, age, etc. can be the example of this ratio scale. So this way, these are the 4 measurement scales which we can use to measure the variables, right? Likert scale, maybe you people have heard about 5.7.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So generally Likert scales are nothing but these are the ordinal scales, right? So this way, after understanding the concept of variable, after understanding the concept of this measurement scales, now next comes the descriptive statistics. So if you are good with that what type of variable you are having, so you can accordingly decide which kind of descriptive statistics now you need to perform on your data. So when I say descriptive statistics, so descriptive statistics is nothing but it is a way to summarize your data. So when you want to get a summary of your data, you are performing descriptive statistics on your data. This will help you to get more insight. Get more insights about your data. Right? This way you can understand well your data. So next thing you can see, you can understand data using the descriptive statistics. So these are the sum of the purposes of performing descriptive statistics on the data. After that, question comes, what methods we are using in the descriptive statistics. So anyone who can tell me which methods generally we are using in the descriptive statistics?
Madam, mean, median, standard deviation, mode, average values, range, maximum, minimum, like that.
Very good. Anyone else? Okay, fine. So it is like measures of central tendency, means these are the measures which are giving you the center point of the data. Using mean, median, and mode, we can get that center point, right? So this is giving you, this is a single value, means these measures will give you the single value which is representing the complete data, right? And these methods are, or these measures are mean, median, and mode. Up next is the measures of dispersion. Generally, standard deviation and variance we are talking about. Apart from that, range is there, then mean deviation is there, then coefficient of what I can say, variation, coefficient of variance is there. So there are so many different measures of dispersions available. But when we talk about the measures of dispersion from the statistical point of view, generally these two are mostly used measures, right? Next comes measures of distribution. In this, we are talking about skewness and kurtosis. So I hope you have heard about the normal distribution. So to perform the higher level of statistics, generally you need to have the normal scale data. So your data should be normally distributed. So for understanding the normal distribution, these two terms come, that is skewness and kurtosis. Skewness is what? Measure of asymmetry. And kurtosis is what? Measure of, I think you can call it as thickness of the scales or sharpness of the bell-shaped curve. Okay, may I ask you this question? How many of you know or have heard about the normal distribution? Yes?
Ma'am, I have heard.
Yeah, it's a bell curve graph, normal distribution curve, which is commonly known as bell graph.
Yes, yes. So I think you people are having a rough idea. Maybe you people, some of you are very good also in that. So it's good if you have heard about this. So when I talk about, as I said, for performing the high level statistics, many a times you need to check the normal distribution of your data. So these are the two measures which you can use, or you can measure, or you can get the value, and accordingly the values of these two measures you can identify whether the data is normal distributed or not. So when I say, yeah,
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, when we say percentile, quartile, and quintile, in which category those measurement will fall?
these are generally the partition values, sir. So you can say median is also a partition value, which is dividing your data into the two parts. So apart from median, there is quartile, decile, and percentile also comes. So it is also, you can see, central tendency kind of thing.
But central tendency, it is kind of a continuity is there. The entire data is described according to the range of the values from minimum to maximum.
That is why I said
So,
to you, it is partition values.
yes.
Generally, these
Okay.
terms are known as partition values because this is dividing your data
Partition
into
value.
the
So
parts.
maybe it's a different category altogether.
Yeah, we can say, because median is also a partition value, but generally we can call it as a measures of central tendency, because median is also
Because in
dividing
the
your data into two
examination,
parts.
yeah, in competitive examinations also we see that in IIT and all so and so, and in the IIM also such percentile they have got. So
So
describe
generally,
their
the
rank also in a way.
partition values, generally these are known as
Percent partition values.
partition
Okay, ma'am.
values. Generally, these are known as partition values. As I said, median is also a partition value because it is also dividing your data into the two parts. You need to arrange your data, and then it is dividing your data into the two parts. So when you said it is dividing your data into the 10 equal parts, percentile into the 100 equal parts, quartile into the 4 equal parts. So these are also partition values.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Next, I want to show you, I think I have taken a graph for you. Yes. This is, I think you can relate. This is your normal distribution curve, right? So when I talk about kurtosis, you can see there are 3 types of kurtosis: mesokurtic data, platykurtic data, and leptokurtic data, right? So the black one is, this is the perfect normal distribution. This is known as mesokurtic data. When the x-axis and the distance in this tails of this bell-shaped curve is not what I can say is appropriate, is acceptable. When the data is platykurtic, meaning is it is almost flatter type of curve you are getting, right? So the curve will be very flatter in case of platykurtic data. So you can see the distance between the x-axis and y-axis is very, or in x-axis and the curve is very, very small. Most of the data means it's very less data is falling on your tails, right? In case of leptokurtic data, so sharpness will be very high in case of leptokurtic data. So there you can find the gap also is more. So that means so many values are falling at the tail or at the tails of your bell-shaped curve. This is leptokurtic data, right? In case of skewness, generally we are saying this thing, your data is symmetrical to mean. Meaning is that, as I think I said, normal distribution curve, bell-shaped curve, this is the middle point and this is the mean value. So we are assuming 50% data at the right hand side of the mean and 50% data is at the left hand side of the mean. So if this is an equal distribution of at both the side of the mean, that means your data is symmetrical to mean. So this is the meaning. These two measures can help you out to understand the normal distribution of your data, right? Now I'll talk about the next thing. I think although I need to now go for the descriptive statistics, but I think Sarmishna ma'am has asked me for the coding part, right? So I'll show you how to do the coding of the data. So firstly, we will do that and then we'll go for the descriptive statistics finding using the Excel. So for the purpose, I'm writing few things here. I think it is sufficient. I'm not taking so many things here. I have made a random choices I have written here on a 5-point Likert scale, right? Strongly disagree, agree, neutral, disagree, agree, and strongly agree. Is it fine? Now we will see how we can code if we are having such kind of data available with us, right? So you need to select your, maybe you can select the entire column, up to you, depending from where you want to make the changes in your data. So generally you can select the range wherever you want to make a replacements, right? After this, I'm pressing the Control F, and then after pressing the Control F, in the find what, I'm writing strongly disagree, right? And in the replace, I'm typing 1. So I am replacing strongly disagree with 1, and then I need to click on find all. So it is showing me, oh sorry, not find all, replace all. So it is replacement, 3 replacements were made. Done? Is it okay? And then again,
Ma'am, can you please repeat, ma'am? Can you please repeat, ma'am?
Okay, I said you need to select the range wherever you want to do the find and replacement, right? I have pressed Control F. This dialog box will come. In the find what, I have typed strongly disagree. I'm clicking this replace, and there I'm typing 1. And I need to press on the replace all. So it is showing me total 3 replacements were made, and I have clicked on the OK button. Now I am going for the suppose strongly disagree. I'm replacing this by 2, and then replace all. So 4 replacements made. Then I'm going for strongly agree. I'm replacing this by 5. Replace all. So no replace, check. Okay, I have not written the spelling correctly. Strongly. Yeah. And then replace all. So 2 replacements were made. Then I'll go for agree. There I am replacing this by 4. Replace all. So 4 replacements made, and lastly the neutral. By 3. Replace all. So 4 replacements made. So this way you can see this is my coded data. That way you can perform coding depending upon what number you want to give to which category you can do. Usually strongly agree we are giving as 5. Is it fine?
Ma'am, replacement means we have to click F3. No, ma'am?
I have pressed Control F.
Okay. Oh, Control F. Oh, sorry. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I understood now.
Yeah. So I hope it is done. May I proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So expecting you to go to the demo sheet in which you can find you are having the 2 variables listed, height in meter and weight in kg. Done? Opened, everyone? Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now you can see, I'll tell you to perform descriptive statistics using 2 ways. First one is the function method. Second one is using a particular add-ins, right? So firstly, if I talk about functions, maybe you have heard about Excel is, means not maybe, many of you are already on the daily basis, you are using Excel, right? Usually in academics, in corporate, in both the fields, we are using Excel on a daily basis, right? And when we talk about Excel, so the beauty of Excel, it is having the inbuilt functions. Using those functions, we can work very easily with the Excel, right? So here we will see some of the functions, right? So as I have given you some of the names, when I talk about the this descriptive statistics, generally we need to find mean, median, and mode. We need to find a standard deviation. We need to find variance. Apart from that, if you want to get maximum value, minimum value, count of your data, if you want to get the sum, if you want to get the range, then apart from that, you want to get the skewness, and then kurtosis. Generally, this is what we need to find. Is it okay? Done? Some of the names I have written here. Done, everyone? Shall I proceed, friends?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Firstly, if I want to get the mean, so I will perform on only single variable, which is height. If you want to practice, you can practice on the weight also. And one more practice sheet I have given here in the practice sheet. From there also you can practice all these things, right? Now, if I will come here, I have typed here equal sign. So this is the basic rule in the statistics. If you want to execute any function, you need to use equal sign, right? Then you need to type the name of your variable. So the beauty of Excel is when you are starting the name of your variable, so whatever the alphabets you have written, so from those alphabets, whatever functions are available in the Excel, it is showing you in a prompt so that you can see. AV I have written, it is showing me the range. These are the different functions available here. I need to select average, right? And then it is asking me the numbers. So I want to give the range of my entire data here. So I have selected the range of my data. Done? A2 to A89. It is done. Everyone, it is fine.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Close the bracket, press the enter. You will get the mean height is 1.51 meter, right? Similarly, for median, I have written the function name as median, and rather than selecting, I know the range of my data, so I have typed, I think it was 90, 89. It is correct. A2 to A89, and then I'm pressing enter. So this is the median height. Right? Fine, everyone? Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Further, mode means the occurrence. Any particular observations occurring most number of time or not in your data. If you want to check this, you can write or type the name of the function mode and then the range of your data and press enter. So it's coming 1.4732 is the mode for my data. Done? Done, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now we'll go for the standard deviation. So here you need to type STD. STDV. This is the function STDEV. And then the range of your data. Done?
Yes.
So the standard deviation is 0.07. Variance is VAR. Name of the function is VAR. A2 to A89 and then closing the bracket. The variance is 0.005. Done?
Yes.
So this is the variance. I hope you people are performing, right? It's a hands-on kind of workshop. Please do along with me, and Excel is easily available with every one of you. So function name is max, not mix, right? And then A2 to A89 and then press enter. Done?
Yes.
So the highest height in my data is 1.66 meter. The minimum height in my data is 1.33.
Ma'am, could you provide the link to the demo sheet once again in the chat box? Some of us have not received it. Link to the demo sheet. Link to your demo descriptive statistics Excel sheet.
I think it is available on a WhatsApp group, ma'am.
I'm not part of WhatsApp group. Okay, I'll just. Can you just paste it in the
I
in the
think
chat?
in this chat box it is not possible. I don't know from where I can share. In the chat box there is a limitation. Yes, Harneet sir.
Ma'am,
somebody has
joined late.
Okay.
So you have to send it again on the WhatsApp group.
Okay, I think sir, have you joined the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, today only, but just at few minutes ago.
Okay, so I think the chat link is WhatsApp group link is available in a chat box. Everyone, please join. And any one of you, those who are available in a group, please can you share the sheet again?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Samishta ma'am. Because I need to switch from my screen. I think some of
Yeah, we got it.
Sir has already shared. Yoga sir has shared the sheet in the group. So thank you, sir. I hope you people have received the link now.
We got it, ma'am.
Received, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So shall I proceed or do I need to wait?
WhatsApp group is checker.
If you have received the file, you can open the file and come to the demo sheet. The first sheet, I think.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Good evening.
Ma'am, I need to ask about that. As you said, the sample that is about height and weight, right? So I can implement that all this type of test is in any other also data, right?
I am not getting means. You're talking about data. You're talking about the descriptive statistics.
Miss, this only you have said it no right now that I can apply on other
Data you
also.
cannot use anywhere. This is the dummy data I have provided you.
Okay.
Data you cannot use. But the functions which I'm telling you, the same functions you can use on your data to get all these values.
Yeah, ma'am, I want to ask the same. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think this is a disclaimer from my side. This data you cannot be used by you people for your research purpose. But if you want to teach in your classes for demo purpose, you can use such data. For teaching purpose, you can use, but for research purpose, you cannot use. Fine, ma'am. Meral, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, fine, I got it.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the reason was I joined it late by half an hour because I was not provided the link. That's why.
Okay. No issues.
Okay. Ma'am, at the end, can you share the video link about it?
I think it is already there, ma'am, on YouTube channel of RFI. Maybe if you are on a WhatsApp group, sir has already shared the YouTube links also. Are you there on a WhatsApp group?
Ma'am, I just joined it.
So probably he will provide at the end of the day. He will again provide those links from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So again, those who have just joined or maybe have received the sheet just now. So for all of you, I'm just repeating in a quick manner so that it will not be the loss of the other persons also. So I am just talking about the descriptive statistics. In the descriptive statistics, we are using methods like measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, and measures of distribution. So under those, some of the measures which we are using are named as mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, maximum value, minimum value, count, sum of your variable, range, skewness, and kurtosis, right? So I've told you how you can get all these things using the functions in the Excel. So those who have just joined, they can write the name of the functions. Average, for this it is median, for this it is mode, for this it is STDEV, for this it is VAR, variance, for maximum it is max, for minimum it is min, for count it is count only, for sum it is sum only, for range it is max minus min, and for skewness it is SKEW, and for kurtosis is KUR. So these are the functions name, right? And once you need to perform them, you need to put a equal sign. So you can see here, I have put here a equal sign. I have typed the name of the function in the brackets. I have given the range of my data to get the average or the mean value of my variable. I hope those who have just joined understood, because I think Excel is not new to any one of us. So you people are knowing how to execute functions, right? Is it fine, everyone? Those who have just joined? Yes, please. If you are giving me any expressions or the emojis expressions, I cannot see, because in Google Meet, once I'm sharing my screen, I cannot see anything at the back. So you need to tell me, you need to unmute yourself. Is it fine? May I proceed?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So till now, yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for the confirmation. So till now, we have seen the values of mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, max, and min. Further, to get the count, means how many observations I am having, you need to put a equal sign, then type count in the bracket A2 to A89. Again, I am repeating, not necessary. You need to type. You can select also using your mouse, right? But for saving my time, I'm just typing the range. Once I'll press enter, it is showing me I am having total 88 observations in my data. To get the total of the height, I'll use the function sum. Inside this, I'm providing the range A2 to A89, closing the brackets, pressing the enter, which is giving me the total height of my data set is 132.74. Is it fine? I hope the speed is okay. Pace is not so fast. Able to cope up, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, my students complain this to me, that your fast is very, very high. Means we cannot cope up. So that is why I'm asking. It's online mode. Are you able to cope up?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So after this, you need to get the range. So for range, there is no dedicated function available. So you need to have the minimum value and the maximum value for that. So you can select the maximum value, put a minus sign, and then select the minimum value. Then you have already found these two. Done, everyone? So it's min minus max. Sorry, it's max minus min. May I enter?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now for skewness, function name is SKEW. Then you can type or you can select the range, which is 0.1159. Then done, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And then lastly, the kurtosis. So it is minus 0.345. Done? Everyone? May I press enter? I hope you people are listening to me. May I
Yes,
press?
ma'am, we are listening to you.
Yeah. So I think this way we have got the descriptive statistics. Now I'll go for the interpretation part. So it is fine. May I go?
Yes, ma'am.
So as I said, using this kind of descriptive statistics, you need to get some idea about your data. So when I talk about normal distribution, there are certain characteristics of normal distribution. The first one, or among those characteristics, one of them is the mean, median, and mode of your data should be equal, right? Usually it is difficult to get all three values are very same, but maybe there can be a closeness in the values. So you can find mean is 1.51, median is 1.50, mode is 1.47. Approximately you can call them that they are very nearby, right? Somewhere it can communicating you that probably your height variable is approximately normally distributed. Not exactly, I'm saying it's approximate. This is the one characteristics of normal distribution. Second one is you can see the skewness value. For the standard normal distribution, skewness value should be 0, but this value is not 0. Somewhere it is near to 0, right? Kurtosis value should be 3 for the normal distribution. For the mesokurtic data, the kurtosis value should be 3, right? In our case, you can find our value is coming as negative. Means your data is negative kurtotic, or you can call it as a platykurtic data. When the kurtosis value is negative or less than 3, it is platykurtic data. Above 3, it is leptokurtic. 3, exactly 3 is mesokurtic data.
Ma'am, pardon. Ma'am, pardon. Ma'am, what term have you used, ma'am?
Okay. It's mesokurtic, leptokurtic, and platykurtic. For platykurtic, it should be less than 3. For leptokurtic, it should be greater than 3. For mesokurtic, it should be exactly 3. Done? A I have missed here, it's platykurtic. Done? Fine, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Further.
Ma'am, is minus sign represents below x-axis?
Below?
But what minus 0.3 represents? Practically you say less than 3. So is that minus 0.3 is that?
It can be anything, sir. Less than 3, it can be anything. It can be negative also.
So if I want to see through a graph, ma'am, you have made the graph of meso, lepto, and plateau. So what below 0 will represent?
It's platykurtic, sir. Below 3, anything, it's platykurtic. The what I can say, tails are very close to your x-axis. Although we know this thing, when we talk about the bell-shaped curve, the tails never touches the x-axis, but there will be very closeness to the axis.
So if a tail will touch x-axis, will it mean a minus infinity, something like that?
I think tails are always going to the infinity only. There is no end, I think. Depending upon how much observations you are having, what is the last and the at both the side, what is the last value? It is not.
When kurtosis is equal to 0, what it represents? Is it parallel to x-axis or something else?
Parallel always, sir, because this is the tail. As I said, tails are going to parallel to your x-axis. You can see the graph I showed you. The graph is only is indicating it is platykurtic. Closeness is like very close. When your data is platykurtic, these tails are very close to x-axis. But when it is greater than 3, so the closeness will this distance will increase.
Okay.
Thank you. Many observations are falling here, so they are making their place known. So they are coming here. In that case, in case of the leptokurtic data, many observations are falling at the tails.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So this way, using your descriptive statistics, you can have an idea that what kind of data, or what is the nature of your data, and further which kind of test you need to perform on your data, right? So this is the one way of telling you how to perform descriptive statistics using functions. Now I think you all are ready. We can go for the second type or second way of finding the descriptive statistics. Is it okay? Shall I go? Yes. Any?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Are you people okay, or it is tiring?
No, it's fine, ma'am.
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
We can start. Yeah, fine. So you need to open your sheet. Now I'll tell you. You need to now follow me to see that how you can add the add-ins in your Excel sheet, right? Those who are having that add-in, it is very good. If not, you need to go to the file, then options. So the dialog box Excel options will open. Here you need to go to the add-ins. You will click on this add-ins, and then at the bottom you can find manage Excel add-ins, and against this there is a button called go. Click on this go, and this dialog box will appear. From the dialog box you need to select the first checkbox, that is analysis toolpath, and then you need to click on OK. I'm not doing OK because it is already there in my Excel sheet. So you can press select this first checkbox and click on the OK button. Done? Everyone, it is done? Yes.
Ma'am, can you repeat it again?
Okay. Fine. Okay, so Monalisha ma'am, I don't know which version of Excel you people are using. Depending upon your version, maybe the location can be little different. So you need to see the version which you people are using. Right? So again, I'm repeating for you. Just a moment. Yeah, you can see. Go to the file. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Then from here you need to locate the options. If you have located these options, click on this. So
Okay,
the
ma'am.
Excel options dialog box is appearing. Click on the add-ins. That. Then
Yes, ma'am.
there you can find at the bottom it is written manage Excel add-ins, and there is a button called go. Click on this go. And from the dialog box you need to select the first checkbox and click on OK.
Analysis tool pack, ma'am, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
Yes, ma'am.
After adding, everyone, I hope those who are performing along with me, those who are doing hands-on, they have done the same process. Anyone who has got any problem? Yes. I think someone has raised the hand. Any question?
Ma'am, after option, I have not found next one.
Is it possible for you to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm stop sharing mine. You please share.
Ma'am, can you see? Yeah. After option, I have this one.
Sorry. Add-ins is there, ma'am. Second last option is add-ins.
Okay, add-ins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait for a few seconds. At the bottom, manage, go button.
Add-ins go.
This one, no, ma'am.
Right side.
Go button is there, I think, at the bottom.
Yes, yes.
Click
Yes,
on that.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then the first checkbox.
Check
And
it,
then
check it, check it, check it.
Analysis tool pack. You need to check the box.
You need to check it.
Select the box. Man, select the box.
A छोटा सा box है ना on the left.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, wait, ma'am. Which one? Which one?
First box. Where you
Analyze tool pack.
Before that, there is a small box, square box. Select
Just
that.
next to good.
Check box.
Yeah, this one, right.
This one, this one. This one, ma'am.
No, not okay. Don't go on okay. Wait.
Analysis tool pack is written just before this blue area. You can see a white area square. Just click there.
Here.
Yes. And then
Now click on okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Wait. Done, ma'am?
Done.
Okay, thank you.